Hi, I'm Holly Burrow. I'm the founder and CEO of Equal. We built Equal to be able to help the helpers. Equal exists to evolve how support is designed and delivered. Now let's get down to it. We've been telling you that Success Sprint works, and honestly, nothing proves that better than this. What you're about to see is Success Sprint in action. This is Pierce McGill, our partner in Harrisonburg, Virginia, accepting a Community Economic Development Award from VEDA, the Virginia Economic Developers Association, which represents economic development leaders across Virginia and recognizes programs that deliver real, measurable results. He's accepting the award on behalf of the City of Harrisonburg, Virginia, for the Harrisonburg Entrepreneurship Development Initiative, affectionately called HEDI, a program powered by our Success Sprint model. Success Sprint is Equal's coaching and technical assistance platform built specifically for growth stage businesses, the companies that are past startup mode and need help strengthening operations, building systems, and scaling in a sustainable way. The businesses that are poised to create true economic impact by creating jobs and bringing wealth into the community. We designed the Success Sprint model so that cities can execute, not just launch another program. VEDA evaluates these awards based on innovation, collaboration, transferability, community commitment, and measurable impact. This program stood out because it produced tangible outcomes for growing businesses and the local economy. You'll also hear how the National League of Cities helped to deepen and expand this work, especially in reaching businesses that are scaling and often underserved by traditional support systems. This is exactly the kind of impact that we built Success Sprint for.
I'm Pierce McGill. I'm going to tell you about the Harrisonburg Entrepreneurship Development Initiative, and for obvious reasons, I'll say HEDI from here on out. So, VEDA was pretty clear. Stick to the facts. So what I'm going to do is stick to the why, what, who, how, and where. First, the why. Why did we decide to do this? As we analyzed the spectrum of our business services, we identified a gap. We had programs, a lot of us do, for startups, for companies that are really booming and growing. But a lot of times we forget those businesses who are kind of in the mud early on, trying to survive in those first couple of years. So that's when we identified that we really need to help folks in the early stage of being a business owner. So what? How are we going to do this? We really wanted to help folks grow as entrepreneurs. But with our budget limit, the most effective way to do that, we determined, was to have the entrepreneur focus on one single business skill, be it financial management, marketing, HR, whatever they choose. And then behind that, we will provide a mini grant as an incentive to do the work during HEDI and hit their own goals. As Rocky knows, it's all about the training, not so much about a mini grant, though that's what's going to get the entrepreneur's attention. That $2,500 will be out the door quickly, but the skills they learn from this program, they can use forever. So what is an early stage business? This is how we defined it. We looked at another one of our small business programs, BQ'd, and really determined we would base early stage on revenue. So to be eligible for HEDI, you need between $5,000 and $200,000 of revenue. You have to have a city business license. You'd be surprised how many people had to run and update that for this program. And no late taxes. This program is a little different. Most of our other programs, we don't allow home-based businesses in, but for this one, we understood early stage business owners often are home-based. So we made this eligible for home-based businesses. So here's what the process looks like for HEDI. A participant first meets with an onboarding coach. And with that coach, they talk about their business, where they want to go. And together, the coach and the business determine what subject matter they want to focus on through HEDI. After that, they're then paired with a subject matter expert in that subject they choose. Together, they set their own goals and metrics on what they want to receive out of the training. And then they get about 6 to 8 hours of one-on-one training. And this is customized trainings. So some businesses might get a little more, couple more hours, some might need fewer. So we were flexible in that. So give or take, they received about 6 to 8 hours total of this technical training. And after that, they hit their goals and they get a $2,500 grant. So all sounds great, great idea, great plan, but how can we implement this? We're a two-person economic development team. We're not business coaches. So we issued an RFP for a training services provider. We received 33 responses, which for the city of Harrisonburg was a record number of responses. So we had a lot to go through. That leads us to the who. So who are our partners and who helped get this done? We selected EQ All to provide the training services. EQ All won the award because they had exactly what we were looking for. They had a deep bench of coaches that represented a diverse group of people with expertise in a wide variety of subject matters. These coaches were from across the country, and all this was conducted virtually. EQ All's president, Holly Burrow, is actually here today. It's our first MEDA conference, so thank you, Holly, for your partnership there. Couldn't have done it without you guys. And another crucial partner came into play towards the end of round one of HEDI, the National League of Cities. Our partnership with them greatly influenced our work in round two. So thanks to a planning grant from the NLC, we were able to undertake research and outreach to the Latino business community in Harrisonburg. 20% of our population identifies as Hispanic or Latino, but we really did not have close connections with that business community. So we saw this as an opportunity to grow an underserved segment of our economy. We partnered with the Latino Business Council to host focus groups and help us with our marketing efforts. And we contracted with the JMU Office of Community Development to conduct research and data collection on Latino-owned businesses. We later won an implementation grant from the NLC to grow HEDI in the future and have direct marketing efforts to increase participation from Latino-owned businesses. So I know it really should be what were the outcomes, but I need a how. So you get a how. How were the outcomes? We had 29 businesses participate in round one. We originally enrolled 30. One had to drop out. They received over 175 hours total of technical training, and we dispersed over $72,000 in grants. Round two is currently going on right now. We have 20 participating businesses. With a little bit extra funding, we are able to do a little more training when needed for these businesses. And we're most excited about our marketing efforts paying off is that 40% of participants in this round are Latino-owned businesses. Well, what participants saw to HEDI is even more important as the metrics. So we conducted a post-HEDI survey, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. I pulled out a few quotes from our exit surveys. Some of them are real, some are made up. So I won't read them all, but I will highlight the one from Woolly Bully Studio. They're a craft jewelry maker in Harrisonburg. I've discovered so much about growing my business and gained many skills to achieve my goals. This program has given me much needed confidence and direction. Thank you so much for believing in Harrisonburg small business owners. So we were thrilled about the turnout to get that. That would make up those aren't two true quotes. Right. So the where else can this be done? Can this be replicated? Well, yes, this can be done literally anywhere. The good thing about HEDI, it really just comes down to your budget. So maybe you have a smaller budget, you enroll fewer businesses, maybe offer a smaller grant. If you're fortunate enough to have a larger budget, you do the opposite, you enroll more, and you're able to disperse more funds. You can hire a great training services provider like EQ All, like we did. The key benefits are that you're focusing on business owners who are too often left out of traditional economic development programs. And you also build relationships and you create a lot of goodwill with your small business community. So on behalf of the city of Harrisonburg, I'd like to say thank you very much for this award, and go Dudes.
This is why we're so proud of Success Sprint and the work we do along cities like Harrisonburg. This award isn't about checking a box. It's about designing programs that are innovative, transferable, accountable, and that deliver measurable impact for growth stage businesses and the communities that depend on them. Harrisonburg showed what's possible when local leadership is paired with the right partners, a proven coaching model, and support from organizations like National League of Cities. This is what modern economic development looks like when it's built to scale, and it's exactly what Equal and Success Sprint were created to support.